sorry, but I think you still love me, but we can't escape the fact that I'm not enough for you. I know this was going to happen. So I'm not blaming for you for falling in love with another woman. I'm not angry either. I should be, but I'm not. I just feel pain. A lot of pain. I thought I could imagine how much this would hurt. But I was wrong. I'm sorry. I think we should see another people. I'm sorry.
Alright, so something has happened, and I've been having a lot of trouble filming this week for this vlog. Like, a lot of troubles. And it is all going to make sense very soon, okay? But I just don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Normally every week when I start vlogging, I'm usually very happy and I have like a lot of things going on. And the new vlog and everything I'm gonna do that week and show you guys. But this week something has happened where we're like my whole equilibrium, if you will. Where like the balance of my emotions has just been like shaken badly. It's like I've been thinking so much. I'm an introvert, so like everything usually happens internally with me. When it comes to dealing with like my emotions, I do it by myself. And it's been a lot of stuff just going on inside my own head, and way more than what it normally is like. Way more. Way more. Like I've just been silent. As I said to you, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I'm feeling very good about this. And you won't believe what actually happened. I got a DM from, can I say her name? I probably can. Yeah, fuck it. I got a DM from Vanessa. Like, it's so weird just saying that name. But the thing here is, as soon as I'm saying that, obviously you would think that was a bad thing. Like something really bad must have happened. But no, it was actually a good DM. And I've been in shock for a good couple of days now because of a message, a DM, right? And obviously for those of you guys who don't know, this wouldn't make that much sense, but for those of you OG subscribers who's been with me from the beginning and saw all of this is huge. And I've been debating with myself ever since I got this message, like do I even say anything about this? Like my first instinct was obviously no, but then the DM was good in a sense. And this is the reason why I haven't been able to film all week. But then after thinking about this over and over again for a week now, I think it's the right thing to just kind of let you guys know about this. It's kind of weird, this whole thing that's going on inside my head right now. Due to the fact that it was 2 years ago since all of this happened and went down. Like every single year at this time, I get this like anxiety sort of feeling. Like we're so far past the whole thing, and at this point, it's like I couldn't really bother too much with like trying to even like explain my side of things because I never did. Because at that time, obviously, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. No one would have listened to what I had to say except you guys, obviously. Like everything that followed from what went down is something not many people like know about. Like the personal struggles I went through, the insecurities, and like the feeling of being cancelled, but then not even having a chance to like tell my side of things, you know what I mean? Like I felt unbelievably trapped, and it's still with me. Like I feel like there's certain things I can't do and or say because of all of it. Like I still to this day get people messaging me, commenting on my videos, on my Instagram, everything like, oh no, I'm not gonna follow this guy or believe anything he's saying because he's the guy that used 2 girls. Like I can feel myself getting like annoyed and sad just by going back to that place mentally in my head. Like the person I was being portrayed to be in front of the whole world wasn't me, and it's still not me. Like obviously there's some truth to everything that happened, and you can't take that away from anything. Like I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I make a lot of mistakes. I've done things that I shouldn't do. But it's just like the reason why I'm getting so emotional when it comes to just talking about this is because everything is still there, you know? I've just like pressed it so far down. down. As soon as I start talking about it again, like it's just like I start going through like so many different scenarios in my head, like, oh, maybe I should post a video out of the blue and exposing everything, you know what I mean? Like do something like that, because I know I have my truth on my side, and there's so much that haven't been explained, and there's just so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people who still think I'm this person. As soon as you search up my name on YouTube, that's what you're gonna see, that I'm a monster, when I'm not. I don't even know like how to explain this or talk about this or go about this, you know what I mean? Like even just making this video scares me shitless. Like I can't describe to you how scary it is for me to now, all of a sudden 2 years afterwards, go back to this topic and talk to you guys about this. But the only reason why I'm doing this is because the message that I got was a message I never in a million years thought I was gonna get a message like that. Like never. If I were to get a message, it would have obviously been a really horrible message of some sort, you know? One of the primary reasons why I'm even talking about this right now is one, because I didn't upload last Sunday. And I'm uploading every single Sunday now, and I didn't, and I want to explain to you guys why, like what's going on. And the reason is because I couldn't at all. I tried every single day. I went outside and I tried to film stuff, but it's just like I'm not emotionally able to like be excited and happy, if that makes sense, because there's still so much stuff that's deep inside of me and it's still holding me back. And especially now when this came out of the blue, like a message like that, which was a good one, it just throws me off completely, and I'm not able to like focus on what I want to do. And I still have so much trauma, if you will. I don't want to sound like some dude that's walking around with like heavy trauma, but like people don't understand the immense pressure of getting the entire world after you for something you know you didn't do. I'm like shaking just talking about this, because it's like I've never talked about this like this. And I just want to make it clear, I'm not trying to start up anything again, or like now all of a sudden go out and like tell my truth. I'm gonna get to the point later, the second point of why I'm making this video, which is a good reason. It's a good thing, and I want you guys to understand that this is it's a good thing. I think, I don't know, but it feels at least like it's a good thing. But I just need you guys to understand that this is, by the way, one of the first times I've like said to myself, go and film now. I can't stop now. I can't take a break like I did just because I'm feeling like I won't be believed or whatever, you know, like people are gonna look at me, oh, he's full of shit, you know what I mean? I can't do that. I gotta like, this is me. I gotta stand here in front of you and talk my truth, because that's exactly what I didn't do. I don't wanna try to get my side of the story over so you guys can jump over to my side again and like go back. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. Like I never ever started YouTube to do drama stuff, you know? That's not me. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just like, okay, so quick note. Now that I'm editing this video and going over everything I said, it seems like I'm building up to some sort of aha moment or point I'm trying to get across from 2 years ago, like exposing a truth or something. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to make this very clear. I'm just talking about my current state of emotions and what followed after everything went down. I don't know how to like talk about this linearly and for all of this to make a lot of sense. I'm like lost in my head. I'm lost. I don't know how to talk about this. There's no script or formula for like, do this intro, middle part, and then end, and then that's the video like I normally do. Like usually I have full control over everything I'm doing, but this is like, where do I even begin talking about this and end? And like, it's just stuff that's like swirling around, and I like take this and say that and take this and say that, and maybe like hopefully you can piece together what I'm trying to get across. Okay, so I've already talked about this enough now. Like I don't want to talk about the whole thing. If I can like bring this down a level and talk with you guys about this from how things are now. Like obviously this is 2 years ago and so much stuff happened. Like it's impossible for me to know what happened inside Vanessa's head or the other girl's head, or like what you guys inside of your guys' head, right? Like it's impossible. We've all hopefully done a lot of reflecting on all of this, and I know for sure that I have, which is why I'm so like weirded out right now that I'm like reacting this way, because I've been totally calm about all of this, but as soon as I turn on the camera and I know that I'm talking to you, it all like gets built up again. I'm I'm having trouble speaking, and it shows a lot from Vanessa's side. It's still weird to even say her name. But it shows a lot from her to even just reach out and like, yeah, to even just reach out. But then on top of it, it was a good message. I'm not trying to like show you guys the message or anything, but it's basically just, I'm sorry for how things went down, you know? I never, ever in a million years thought I was gonna get a message like that, especially from her. Because at one point, things were amazing between us, you know what I mean? Things were like so good. It was I can't even explain to you guys how amazing things were, but then everything just went sideways all of a sudden. So it felt like I'd been tricked all of a sudden. Like, can you like even begin to imagine how weird that must have felt and how much it hurt me back then? So now it's like, it's so much later, it's 2 years later, and it's all in the past, like we're done with this. But I'm still left with a lot of trauma from this because of the way things turned out. Because I didn't stand up for myself and show you guys my side of things, you know? I felt completely trapped and shut in, and that I couldn't do anything. And now it feels so good, and it takes so much from her to do that. And I guess what I'm trying to say with this video is that one, that's the reason why there wasn't any video out on Sunday, because my emotions are just all over the place. I don't know. And that it's kind of like a closure, so to speak, almost. Like it's not like like everything's out of the system now. We've talked, we've had communication, which there was none of when everything went down. I tried to call all the time, both of them blocked my numbers, I couldn't get through, and I just had to sit there. And now her reaching out, and we just simply like saying, all right, this is how I felt, and yeah, basically just saying sorry for how things went down. Like, that's like, you guys gotta understand, we still haven't talked at all. Like, we haven't talked about things, and there was no communication back then. It was just story after story, people sending in fake stories of me and stuff, images from me that was years earlier than before I met her, like just stuff that was not true. And it was all bought at that time because everyone was emotionally heightened, and it became like a verbal warfare of who could say the right thing, show the right evidence, and put together the most elegant sentences so you guys would buy the story. Like, the feeling of being cancelled is the most horrific thing you can experience. It's like you won't understand. You as a normal, you can try to imagine how it's like. You can try to like, oh, it would be bad, like so many people hate. But like, if it happened to you, you won't ever, until it happens to you, understand the immense pressure. Like, it takes a piece of you away. And especially on top of that, when it's not true. Right? When it's stories that's not true, and it being portrayed in like the most insane way possible. Like, just putting so much pressure and tonality behind your stories, and just, this is the truth, you know? About someone, and everyone jumps on board and buys it. Like, it changed me forever. I'm so careful and cautious with everything I do, everything I say. I always gotta make sure that everything I say to someone is something that they can't say, oh, he said this to me, or he said that to me. I'm scared all the time. All of a sudden I get panic attacks because I feel like people are gonna make up stories about me and everyone is going to believe it. Obviously, he was a guy who used 2 girls for fame and money and views and all of this, you know? So now, yeah, of course he could have done that thing as well that someone made up, you know what I mean? Like I said to myself before filming this video, don't get like emotional. I'm not really, like, we're all over this. Like, we are all done with this whole thing. It's all happened, it's all in the past. Don't take this video as like a bad thing. It's a really good thing. Like, it's almost like I'm saying goodbye to everything that happened, you know? I guess at this point I've gotten so used to being the guy that people think I am. Like, I've just accepted that everybody who sees me for the first time is going to have that impression of me and actually genuinely think I did it, right? Or think that's me. So that's just, it's been a really hard thing because it's so hard for me now to like meet new people and for them to like believe me because they think I'm full of shit. It's so hard for me to get a bigger audience, for people to start watching my videos and trust me, even though like I try to be 100% honest with everything I say. It's like jogging with weights, you know? Like, I'm always behind. It always takes me another extra to show people who I am. And whenever I meet new people, they always ask about that whole situation first. And like, here we go again. I gotta try to like explain it again, and then they're like, they don't fully really believe me because it's like, well, why didn't you say that online? Well, because back then, if I would say anything, no one would have believed it because it was 2 against 1. It was like the whole entire world was against me. Yeah, but yeah, I keep going back to that old thing. So like, I've bought into this person people think I am, and I would have to live with this, you know what I mean? Like, this is just now what people think I did and people think I am. So I had fully accepted that, and like, okay, I was really unlucky. But then now when she sent me that message, it kind of gave me that like hope of maybe, just maybe people can see that that's not who I am, you know? Because as I told you, like, I've bought into this person. Well, people aren't gonna believe me. I just have to, like, show that I've become a new person, even though I'm the same person. Everything was done publicly. Everything was done in front of people. Nothing was on the phone talking like I wanted to and like we should have. And as I'm sure now when she looks back on it, like, she's obviously matured a lot and look on that whole thing and go like, yeah, that was in the heat of the moment. Like, she must have been so many people telling her like things and stories and just, you know, gassing her up. So I kind of get it from her perspective as well. And obviously there's good things to it. Like, I've learned a lot of things, and I've learned a lot about human psychology, and like, I guess I kind of feel like it was like an old bandit that was ripped off, and now I'm back in that mental state, not fully, but just like remembering the trauma. But there's a light there as well. Like, maybe this can be done correctly. Maybe this can be talked about. Could you imagine? Next video, talking with Vanessa 2 years after. Yeah, no, but it just feels good to be like more mature about this. And I know this is not coming off as mature, obviously. Like, I'm not talking about this in a mature way in this video anyways, because like, I don't know what, like, as soon as I turn on the camera, like, everything is just there. I'm in a much better place. I'm happier. I'm over it. I'm over everything. But just these past weeks, it's just came back. And getting like a good message from her like that, like very reflective and good message, was just like, maybe, just maybe, there's a chance for me to get done with this. Because I'm sure for the people that was involved, they've moved past this. It's you know, it's done. It's in the past, and it is for me too. But it's just like walking around with this and have like the trauma that followed. That's kind of like what I'm struggling with. Like, everything was done in front of people, and still thousands of people think I'm this person. And again, I'm not perfect. There's definitely things I did that I shouldn't have done. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. But I've tried every single day for 2 weeks now to film. I've tried every single day. I've filmed 30-minute segments where I've been talking about it, but it's just, I'm just stuck. I sit down and my mind almost goes into like a blackout zone. Like, it just stops. I'm not able to talk. Like, I get scared of talking about anything that has to do with this. I'm scared of like, oh, what if people misinterpret this? A lot of stuff. And yeah, just stuff that's holding me back, you know? It shouldn't be like this. It should not be like this at all. It should have never happened. And I've lived with this for 2 years, and it's like, it's just really exhausting, and it's really painful for people to still, to this day, having this image of me and still commenting on my Instagram photos, my videos, whatever I do. It's always constantly that thing, and it's just very exhausting.